Right, end of the week. And I've been doing that thing I try to do most Fridays, stopping for 5 minutes and asking myself, what did I actually learn this week? Which is a dangerous question because sometimes the answer is mainly things I should already know. I had a couple of really good conversations this week with people I didn't know before. One of them got in touch because they were looking for some coaching. Most of my work these days it's organisations rather than individuals, but I still said yes to a chat, partly because, well, you never quite know where a conversation will lead, and partly because I still try to work by a very simple rule: add value before I take value. Sometimes that means advice, sometimes it means listening, sometimes it means pointing someone in a better direction than me. And if nothing else, it reminds me why I got into this work in the first place, which definitely wasn't for the admin. The second conversation was with somebody who's just starting their own business, and it really felt familiar. Same excitement, same questions, same what on earth am I doing? 10 years ago, I know I'd have gone straight into comparison mode. Am I ahead? Am I behind? Should I be doing what they're doing? Now I'm much more interested in collaboration, because you don't actually have to do the same thing to work together. And spending your life, well, mentally competing with people who look a bit like you on LinkedIn is quite frankly exhausting. One of the biggest lessons I've learned is this: you don't grow protecting your patch, you grow by widening the field. Also, it's just a much nicer way to live. The third thing this week was it was a new opportunity to deliver a mental toughness program. And I kind of caught myself briefly thinking, right, how do I explain the program? Then I stopped because that's the wrong starting point. A better question is, what does this organization actually need right now? Same psychology, different pressures, different language. If you lead with the product, people can feel sold to. If you lead with their reality, people feel understood. That shift from selling to shaping is one of the most useful lessons I've picked up over the years. And finally, a slightly more humbling lesson. I completely missed a meeting this week with a friend and a contact, quite simply because I didn't put it in my diary. Sorry, Sam. He's a comedian and a mental health expert, so I'm hoping there's at least a joke in it for him. Well, maybe somewhere. But it was a good reminder that reflection only counts if it leads to behaviour change. So yes, more self-awareness. Also, better diary management. So that was my week. Good conversations, better questions, and a strong case for double-checking the calendar. Why don't you let me know in the comments below what you've learned this week?